And it's Richard Southern here live outside Queen's Park, continuing to follow a crisis in healthcare. The staffing crunch in Ontario hospitals this past weekend, we have found out, was even worse than we thought. At least 25 hospitals had to either close or scale back operations in their emergency rooms or ICUs this past long weekend due to staff shortages. Now, new Health Minister Sylvia Jones has so far been silent on that issue until now. I just spoke with her virtually and I asked the minister what the plan is to fix this problem right now.
Well, Richard, I think to be fair, you have to look at what has already happened, and that is that we have a government that has made historic investments, and we have 10,500 healthcare workers working in the province of Ontario that we didn't have before we focused in and made sure we were training. The number of people that we need in Ontario, the shortages that we're seeing again, and I want to reinforce this internationally. I've spoken to the Minister of Health for British Columbia, who's experiencing similar situations and saying we have to work collectively.
Minister, I appreciate that this is, you're right, not a situation unique to Ontario, but would you not agree that Ontarians deserve, their health minister coming out here and maybe saying, hey, let's get creative. Let's try this, this, and this. Why don't you have a new plan today?
Well, I think it's important to understand that those conversations are happening. I am absolutely so impressed that all of the stakeholders, all of the organizations, the individuals that I've been able to speak to in the last number of weeks since becoming Minister of Health have said, we understand.
But the opposition here at the legislature say that's not nearly good enough. Interim Liberal leader John Fraser calling on the minister to do more now.
I know this is happening all over the world, but it's not an excuse for people to wash their hands of it. And that's what it feels like the minister's doing, just simply washing her hands of it.
The opposition are also calling on the government to repeal Bill 124, which caps wage increases for nurses. The minister, though, wouldn't commit to that when I asked her.